welcome back. So, Eren the Southpaw episode 1 comes out swinging with a premiere that feels raw, emotional, and surprisingly intense right from the start. This isn't your typical school anime about chasing dreams, it's something much more uncomfortable and honest. From the very beginning, the episode set up a powerful question: what happened to people who are unnaturally talented? And instead of giving an easy answer, it dives straight into that struggle through its two main characters. Koichi and Eren. Koichi is someone a lot of people will immediately relate to. He is driven, desperate to be recognized, and constantly feels like the time is running out for him to become something meaningful. There's this restless energy about him, like he's trying to outrun his own fear of being ordinary. But no matter how hard he pushes, there's always that doubt in the back of his mind. Then comes Eren. The entire tone shifts. Eren isn't just talented, she's overwhelming. The way the anime presents her feel almost wild, like she doesn't operate on the same wavelength as everyone else. Whether it's the way she paints, the intensity in her expression, or even her strange habits, everything about her screams raw, untamed creativity. She is the kind of person who doesn't just create art, she consumes it, lives in it, and lets it define her. And that contrast between Koichi and Eren is what makes this episode so compelling. Koichi represents effort, persistence, and the belief that hard work can get you somewhere. Eren represents natural genius, the kind that can't be taught or replicated. But instead of glorifying that genius, the episode makes it feel isolating. There's a loneliness to Aaron's brilliance, just as there is a quiet desperation in Koichi's determination. One of the most striking moments come when Koichi realizes the gap between himself and people like Eren. It's not just frustration, it's heartbreak. He breaks down overwhelmed by the idea that no matter how hard he tries, it might never be enough, and that's where the anime really stands out. Most stories would turn this into a motivational moment, but Erin the Southpaw doesn't do that. Instead, it sits with that pain. It shows that chasing something you might never reach can just be as destructive as giving up. Visually, the episode does a great job of reinforcing the themes. The shift between timelines from Koichi's high school days to his more cynical present adds depth to the story and hint at those struggles evolve over time. And whenever Eren is on screen, the animation feels more chaotic and expressive, almost like the world itself is bending around her presence. There's also a strong artistic identity here, especially with the graffiti elements inspired by real world artists like Basquiat and Keith Haring. It's not just there for style, it ties directly into the idea of art as rebellion and self expression. By the end of the episode, what you're left with isn't excitement in the usual sense, it's something heavier, a feeling that this story is going to explore ambition in a way that's a lot more honest and maybe a lot more painful than most anime are willing to. Overall, episode 1 doesn't just introduce its character, it establishes a clear emotion core. It's about talent versus effort, ambition versus reality, and fear of never becoming the person you want to be. It's not an easy watch, but it's definitely a powerful one. And if rest of the series keeps this level of depth, Erin the Southpaw might end up being one of the most thought-provoking anime of the season. Thank you for watching. Bye.